Hi Scorpio, this is your reading. I'm doing water signs today. I'll probably start air after I finish uploading the water. But I'm your Empress Divine. Welcome to the Empress Divine Channel. I channel for divine feminines directly from source. And we have quite a few transits that are affecting us in a big way going on right now. So I just wanted to give you guys some guidance on that. So we have Mars in Capricorn, and that is transiting your third house. Mars is exalted in Capricorn, so there could be a lot of get it going and really being charged behind your thoughts and really being strong-minded here, and just feeling more passion than usual about how you communicate. Some people may not too much like it. It may cause some arguments. So you have Mars transiting your third house. I'm looking at my notes over here. You have Mercury. Well, we're in Mercury retrograde. It's starting in Pisces, then it'll run back through Aquarius a little bit, then station direct and go back through Pisces. And this affects your fifth house. You know, that's your Pisces house, your fifth house, and your fourth house. So Mercury in this place of, dealing with home and dealing with your creations, mother, children, family is big here. So we're going to see what's happening with all of that with Mercury retrograde. And then we have the new moon in Pisces that'll be hitting us on Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday morning. So new intentions, Pisces, that is the fifth house. So the new moon in your fifth house. Lots and lots and lots to see, lots to find out about. So we have sensitivity with White Tara. You are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environment, situations, and chemicals. All of that heat on your chest at this time, Scorpio. Do not indulge. Take time to review the thoughts that you are having, because like I said, you do have that Mars transiting your third house, and it's making your thoughts and your communication very spicy, and that can lead you to being in these harsh situations and harsh environments, harsh relationships, the communication. So like Mama said, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all, Scorpio. Because while I was meditating on the water signs in preparation to start doing these videos, I was looking at the houses that all of these transits were hitting, and they hit your spiritual, your emotional, your logical, but not your practical. Okay? There's not any boost of practicality here. So you, at this point, between like mid-February, mid-March, you are liable to just fly off the handle with how you feel or what you think. Your passion just comes spewing out, and you could say or do things that are not practical in the long run. They don't help you reach your ultimate goal. So you just kind of just want to step back a little bit, and like I said, if you don't have anything nice to say or effective to say, or compassionate to say, just kind of don't say anything at all, and work within yourself on why these things trigger you the way they do. Like, why does it get you in your emotions the way it does? When you get intimate with your own emotions like that, that's when you unlock your treasure. Oh, these cards stay falling. Every video, y'all got me bent over picking up cards. So yeah, when you become intimate with your emotions, that's where you unlock all the value and all the treasures in your life. If you want to be sensitive to something, be sensitive to that. Be sensitive to your emotions and realize how sometimes you just overdo it a little bit. Scorpio, we talked about this before. It's been a video where I said that you just do too much, or you give too much, or it's too concentrated. Like, water it down a little bit. You have an opportunity to do that here and reassess how you give emotionally and how much you give emotionally and energetically. You have the opportunity to make some changes and get out of that same behavior. The Wheel of Fortune always has those fixed signs over in the corners, and Scorpio, you do show up here in this reading on the Wheel of Fortune card as needing that change in a big way, needing that shake up in a big way. some things, sometimes if the lesson is not learned with subtle hints and, readings like this, or something somebody may say to you, or even a retrograde, bigger things will happen and will crash down around you until you learn the lesson. And I'm feeling like when I was talking about it before, how sometimes it's just too much. It's just kind of overbearing. You don't listen. You didn't listen. Because maybe you just may be so passionate about what it is that you want or how it is that you feel. And listen, I understand you're very passionate and fiery water sign. I see Scorpio as the fiery of the water signs, but you can't. You just can't always be in that energy. It's just too much sometimes. And like I said before, it's just, we've gone over this. We've gone over this, Scorpio. So instead of giving away that much energy, you have to learn how to use it. You have to learn how to transmute it. And lucky you, ruler of the 8th house, you pretty much do learn how to transmute it at some point in your life, even if you have to hit rock bottom or feel at your lowest or fall into a depression to climb out of it. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to have to hit that low in order to finally learn how to transmute these feelings. But all of that passion that you feel, you have to find a way to make it benefit you, and to not allow it to just tear you down when other people come against how you feel, or not be so sensitive to other people's opinions or other people's way of life. You have to learn how to just bow out gracefully and say, oh, not my crowd, not my scene, not my circus, not my monkeys. You have to know how to do that and go on. Because holding on to so much pressure, or whenever someone kind of opposes whatever thought patterns that you have, or however you feel, that want or that need to just tear everything down and make them feel your wrath is not healthy. And I do remember that I'm reading for divine feminines here. But no one is perfect, even a divine feminine. So we still have those urges, even if we know how to, on the exterior, come across as well poised and, ladylike, regal. You can still be battling this inside. And if even a smidget of this type of energy is simmering inside of you, you will see the consequences of it in your 3D. So again, while I was shuffling the cards for water signs, I seen an absence of earth sign energy, of earthy energy. All of these energies are hitting your air, your fire, your water houses, but no earth signs are being activated during this time, mid-February to mid-March. And that's telling me that could be an overlooking. You could be overlooking it because there's nothing hitting those houses. You could be overlooking it. And just the importance of staying grounded, or the importance of how you manifest things into the 3D that are based on what you feel inside, can be overlooked at this time because you're so passionate about what you believe. And when Mercury goes retrograde, especially is retrograding in Pisces and then going back to Aquarius, a lot of people are going to be voicing opinions. A lot of people are going to be like preaching on a soapbox their beliefs. And if it triggers you in any way, it can cause you to overreact. I feel like some of y'all already know what I'm talking about. Like you've seen people like already on social media just going ham, or in the media going crazy, and you're getting more and more. I mean, the debates, the political debates, like that gets people heated. It's simple stuff like that. To me, it's simple. To some people, it's all they talk about all day. It's all they talk about for days on end. They just gonna be in a pissy mood because they didn't like what the candidates had to say at a debate. You know what I'm saying? But you can't give your energy away so freely like that. You can't be that sensitive. A lot of the sensitivity that this goddess guidance is talking about is a sensitivity that you have yourself. It's like you subject yourself to harsh environments and then want to strike back in a wrathful way when it doesn't go your way, or when people don't side with you, and that's not healthy. So you need to realize that this is an ongoing journey. This isn't something that's going to happen overnight. And because I'm talking to feminines, I feel like you already know this. So I do want to soften my tone a little bit. With the other water signs, I didn't feel like I needed to soften my tone, but with you, I do feel like I need to soften my tone a little bit, because it's not like you haven't worked on this. It's not like you're unaware of this. I feel, Scorpio Divine Feminine, I feel like you are aware of this, but it's something that takes time. It's something that you have to nurture within yourself. It could have in some way come from mother issues. We are talking about, I did mention 4th and 5th house, mother issues, things that you're growing up in your house. Maybe you had to swallow a lot of how you felt, or maybe a lot of how you felt was invalidated. So it was only until you grew up and became an adult where you started just standing firm and saying what the fuck you thought. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of vibe. And it got a little bit out of control. It moved from, defending your freedom of speech and defending how you felt into kind of like a monarchy. Like, this is what I think, this is what I feel, this is what I spiritually can discern. I don't know why you can't discern it, but this is what it is. And I have to tell you that everything's about perception. So someone at a totally different level of ascension than you will not see things the way that you see them. And when that happens, it's not worth crashing down everything that you've built in a moment of rage. It's not worth throwing yourself out of the vortex, as it's called in law of attraction, just because you want to check somebody or correct somebody. It's just not worth it. Now, I will say this. You're always reaching for the next best thing in terms of keeping your vibration high and your frequency up so that you can manifest the life that you want to create here in this 3D realm. It's always about feeling good. You have to feel good and feel as good as you could possibly feel. So sometimes when somebody tries you, to check them feels good, because often when that happens, they've tried you over and over and over again, and you've already tried to ignore it and be the bigger party. So by the time you check their ass, is well justified, and you actually feel good about it. There's no regrets, there's no remorse, there's no feeling that karma is going to come back on you, because you know that they deserved it. Other times when you just pop off because somebody disagreed with you, or find yourself in petty little arguments with people who don't have no type of authority or power or influence in your life, after you're done arguing with them or popping off or checking them, you feel drained. So Scorpio, you know the difference. I have Scorpio placements that aspect my sun, so I know you feel me on this. You can feel the difference when you feel like you wasted or drained your energy on somebody, or after you tag somebody ass and you be walking around the house hype like, I did that, I told that bitch. You get what I'm saying? You feel the difference when you're in the latter, when you're in that energy of being like, yes, I told her, I absolutely did, and you don't feel no type of drain about it. By all means, keep stepping, sister, keep stepping. But when you find yourself completely or repeatedly or constantly in situations where after it's over, you be like, I don't even know why I let this person get to me. When you irritated like that, not good for you. And that's the energy that I'm feeling here with. Sometimes you pour too much into a situation than what is needed. Some things are just not on your level, and you have to understand that. Some things just don't deserve any of your attention, and you have to know that. You don't have to prove a point that you need to be heard. You don't have to do that anymore, because that's coming from a place, 5 of Wands, that's coming from a place of inner conflict that does have a lot to do with something that happened like as a child. Maybe you were very vibrant and bright spirit as a child, but you were like hushed. You had to hush at home, or you had to not be the fullness of who you really are at home because maybe your parent was different, or they didn't like you, or you were in foster care, or just some type of way that your childhood, and I'm really specifically feeling mother energy, just made you feel like what you felt was not worthy of being heard. So by the time you became an adult, it almost turned into a defiance So there's a very defiant energy here, like, you can't shut me up. I'm gonna say what I want to say. But it's okay to be confident in your opinions, but when it comes from a place of hurt, that's why you're doing it. That's the energy that you're giving off, and that makes you sensitive. That hurt, that defensiveness is a sensitivity that you have to learn to get rid of. Okay, so that has been your reading. Oh my god, that went a little deeper than the other water signs. Each one is like a different level, but it's all kind of the same type of energy, as is tarot and astrology. But that's your reading, Scorpio. Just letting you know that yes, you are emotionally sensitive, and yes, you are passionate, and that's not a bad thing. That's actually a gift, and you will use that gift to nurture. And you have a mission in this life that you need to work toward, and not allow people to just have you kind of just all over the place trying to check this person or check that person, or you read some status on social media and now you in a pissy mood because people stupid. They so dumb. Why can't people just blah blah blah? You get what I'm saying? Like, just that fast somebody can throw you out of a positive vibration if you are so sensitive as to let them. You cannot let them. You have to stay focused on what you're here for, your mission, because I know you have something deep down inside you that's bigger than what's around you. That's just the nature of Scorpio. There's always something beneath the surface that is deep and profound and transformational. That's what you need to focus on, not trying to tear down everyone who doesn't believe or think the same way that you do. Okay? So I love you so much, Scorpio. I really do. I absolutely do love y'all, Scorpions. And yeah, I just need y'all to comment down in the comment section and let me know how this resonates with you. Talk to me. If you need to get it off your chest, get it off your chest in the comments. I'm here for you, hunty. Okay? So thank you so much for watching. Hit the notification bell so you see when I drop the next video, so that you can cross watch or just check out your other placements. I'll be doing the air signs next, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, Scorpio.